backyard, another backyard video, but talking about the forefront of technologies. Backyard video, forefront of technologies. Remember a couple of videos ago, I was talking about the Israeli app for contact tracing, the national app HaMagen, which is our national app for contact tracing. I gave it a review, which is actually my highest viewed video amongst all the videos I've put together. It sparked quite a lot of interest in different countries around the world, and I've been, for the last 2 months, I've been talking to different government officials around the world, explaining to them about Israel's contact tracing policy. The Israeli company that developed that app for the Israeli government, Matrix, was actually working with the government in putting it together, learned a lot of lessons from that journey, and built an even more enhanced contact tracing app, which is the subject of this video, called the Shield. Okay, the Shield for Business, built on the essentials, learnings of the previous app, the HaMagen. By the way, I will put a link to that video up here at the top for the original video. HaMagen is the national contact tracing app. The Shield for Business is an app for corporates. It's a corporate tracing app, contact tracing app for corporate customers, large companies that employ hundreds and thousands of employees. So examples could be the first example coming to mind is healthcare workers, hospital staff that need to be protected from each other as they go about their work, their daily work. Here's an app that can inform them whether any one of their colleagues has been identified as a COVID patient, is tested positive. Okay, so let's talk about how does the app work. Everyone's got these concerns about a government contact tracing app that's tracking after everybody and keeping all the data somewhere. That's a centralized approach, okay? This app is of a decentralized method, and I'll show you the difference. The centralized method is that all the data is stored in one place, and a big brother, you might consider, is figuring out where everybody is. But this is not how it works. A decentralized approach is a method by, on each phone, data is collected on the phone and stored only on the phone, shared not in a central place, and the calculations are done on the phone and only on the phone. And so the way it works is that, imagine you're working at a place of employment on a campus with 500 or 1,000 employees at the workplace. Everybody has downloaded the app. Everybody has the app at the office. Once you come to the office, and only once you come to the office, the app starts tracking your whereabouts within the building, on campus, and keeping that geo-track stored on the phone, sharing it with nobody else. That geo-track is kept for a 14-day period, for obvious reasons, and anything after 14 days is automatically deleted. Now, each phone in the company is keeping the geo-track of that employee. Right? Makes sense. It's not that you're keeping the geo-tracks of everybody else. You're keeping the geo-track of just your phone. And so, in addition, there's also a self-reporting tool on the phone. Here in Israel, I can tell you, every employee today, when they come to the office, has to declare and report whether he's feeling okay, whether his temperature's all right, whether he's come into contact with a known COVID patient. It's part of the national health regulations. And so, imagine you'd be in an environment where every day, either by the laws of your country or by the health policies of your company, every day you'll have to declare on the phone what's your health conditions. And let's say you're not feeling well, and the phone will recommend you staying at home, or let's say you've tested positive. Let's talk about the case where you've tested positive, you stayed home for a few days, you've tested positive. Now you've got to declare on the phone that you've tested positive, and you've got to let the workplace know that you're now a known COVID patient. What will happen in that case is that your phone, will share your geo-track with everybody else's in an anonymous fashion. Okay, my phone will get a message saying that somebody at the office has tested positive, and here is their geo-track, their 14-day geo-track, and then my phone will be able to figure out whether I've been at any one of the locations where you've been, and whether we've been at that locations for a long enough period of time to qualify for a contact. So it could be that the health regulations in your country would would say that, let's say, if both of us were within less than 10 meters from each other for a period of over 3 minutes, that qualifies as a contact. Okay? So once again, my phone will get sent the geo-track of your phone, and then my phone will do the calculation and figure out whether we've met or not. And if we have, I'll be notified that I've come into contact with a known COVID patient and I should get tested. But at no point is all this data being sent up to one big repository that you're thinking about. This is what's called a decentralized approach. In addition, so, think of the benefits for a workplace, for an employer, where instead of, look at what's happening in the Israeli school system. Every day, some kid at a school gets infected, and the rules are, since one kid got infected, they shut down the whole school. But imagine a way in which they could just figure out which kids or which pupils were in the same location with that student and the teachers, and only those people isolated versus shutting down the whole school. I mean, my kids love this system of shutting down the whole school. Now, the app also comes with, there's two versions of the app. There's an employee version of the app and a visitor version of the app. Meaning that imagine you're a workplace that has interaction with other customers. Imagine you're a hospital. People are coming into the hospital to get tested every once in a while, to get service. They'll be able to download a visitor version of the app in which they would be tracked while they're on campus, and they leave campus, obviously it stops tracking them. But if tomorrow one of the employees or one of the other visitors at the hospital would be infected with the virus, they too will be notified on their visitor app for the time that they were in the hospital. So it's even a larger level of protection and sharing of information within the community, both the employees and the visitors. All right, so that's about it for today. I will leave in the show notes, a link to a presentation about the app. You can read more about it. And if you want to hear more, give me a shout. You know where to find me. Until next time, stay well. All the best. Yuval from Tel Aviv. Bye-bye.